Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Reclusive Mo, and I'm doing a little bit of a special video. Okay, I'm going to be throwing in my 2 cents on the current gaming marketplace. Now, first and foremost, what is a game? To me, a video game is an artwork, art form, and entertainment piece. Okay, now back then, I'm born 1998, and as a child, as a kid, I was playing on the Nintendo 64. Drawing a little bit of a Nintendo 64 cartridge here as an illustration. And these games, they would come with bugs. Little purple things are bugs. And glitches. That's what these orange things are. Bugs and glitches. But the game itself was whole. It came whole. The developers, producers, the game testers, they did all they could in order all that they could with the technology that they had in order to produce the best art that they could. Okay? But these days I feel like developers and game testers and stockholders are their ideology is very anti-consumer. And this is a disc, CD disc. I can't really illustrate. I don't know how to illustrate a digital game, but digital. Imagine a digital game here and physical game currently that we have here. It'll have the bugs and it'll have the glitches and stuff, but the game itself isn't whole. What you purchase, it's like a live service, update later type of deal. The developers and producers in their head and in the stockholders' minds, they're saying produce the game as fast as possible, as bare bones as possible, and we'll add on the meat later. Buy now, get game later. Rather than what it used to be, you bought the game, you got the game, day one, you could play it no matter what. Whatever was on that damn cartridge was what you got. Okay? There's pros and cons to it. Yeah, having a game like this, you can always fix the bugs and glitches, right? You can remove the dang scratches and stuff, metaphorical scratches, not the physical ones. But I feel the quality when it comes to the storytelling and the mechanics and the thoughtfulness has been severely diminished as to what we're getting today. And I'm no economist or anything. I'm gonna touch base right here, but get back to that on the no economist thing. But basically, I saw a video of a dude overviewing what Xbox intends to do when it comes to their pricing. And they're basically overpricing every single product that they have except for like headsets, which is random, but it is what it is. For me, I'm no economist, like I was saying, but if I were to want my game to be as successful as possible, I would want it to be as accessible as possible. I would rather sell. Let me pick a good color here. I would rather sell hundreds and 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 hundreds of thousands of copies of a $10 priced game rather than just that's a bad color. Rather than just 10 $100 games. You know? That's my thought process. I would rather be like this, where hundreds of thousands of people can enjoy my game, rather than only 10 people being able to enjoy the game. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because I mean, there's no other way for me to say it. But the current gaming market is very anti-consumer, and it is a there's gives and takes to it, and I feel like it's on the consumers, it's on the developers, and it's on the stockholders. Now, it's on the stockholders mostly because they're pushing the developers to make a skeleton game in order to just get that initial uptick in money. But as a whole, the company will be looked at terribly because of their practice. And the consumers are at fault because they keep buying the, the bullshittery that they're being fed, that we're being fed. And it's also on the consumers as well because some games they're expected to be overflowing with content nonstop. They're, I feel like the majority of consumers nowadays expect a live service game to have something new every single day, every single week, every single month. How is it possible for older gamers to have had so much entertainment from this cartridge alone itself? How are they doing it back then? That's it's hard to say whether it's the consumers for expecting too much and getting too little, or is it on the developers for doing too little, or is it the stockholders for forcing the developers to work as fast as possible in order to get something out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.